Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Reading the Red, this beautiful, beautiful summer's day. Wonderful. So, Reading the Red, Mark chapter 1 and verse 25. And Jesus rebuked him, saying, "Be quiet and come out of him." Now, Jesus' scenario is in a synagogue, like church, surrounded by people who are following God. And a man in the synagogue begins to cry out to him, saying, "I know who you are, Jesus, the Holy One of God." And Jesus, in response, said to the demon in the man, "Be quiet and come out of him." Now, those words, "be quiet and come out of him," we have to look at it in all sorts of ways. First of all, he's telling the demon in the man, "Be quiet," because he's making a demonstration truth, a proclamation about who Jesus is. And Jesus is not yet ready to reveal the reality of who he is, even though the evil spirit in the man knew who Jesus was. Jesus is not interested in him making that proclamation. Secondly, Jesus is not speaking to the man when he commands the demon to leave, but the demon in the man. And so we need to know that those powers that work in our lives need to be addressed by the Spirit of God, by the finger of God, is what Jesus said of himself. If I cast out demons by the finger of God, it means I'm talking to you, Spirit, and I'm telling you to get out of them or him or me. Now, when we speak to spirits, we need to recognize that we have been given the authority of Jesus, who is highly exalted, seated at the highest place above the heavenly hosts. So we don't have to worry and fear about evil spirits and demons. They're intruders that have invaded and stolen their way into our lives. And people often say, can a Christian be demonized? For me, absolutely yes. There's no question for me a demon can live inside a Christian. The reality of the power of the enemy is very manipulative. And here in God's people, a man was demonized. And I've seen many, many evil spirits leave Christian people. And this sense of enemy invasion or enemy intrusion has managed to worm their way into the life of a person. And we need to be those as Christians who learn how to get those enemy intruders out of people's lives. And we need to learn to do it for ourselves as well. I've called these intruders frenemies. They're enemies that have masqueraded themselves as friends. And they're not our friends. They're destroying our lives. And we need to take charge of them. And we can in the name of Jesus by speaking to them in the same way Jesus spoke to them. He said, "Get out of him." And that's what we need to learn to do. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.